rest of our TNT doubleheader, Rockets and Lakers to follow. See the footwork of Duncan against Chandler. Tim Duncan with a vintage move.
You know, great defense by Tyson Chandler, but Devin Harris knocks down another three-pointer. But they always say good offense trumps good defense there, and Tim Duncan looking like vintage Tim Duncan on that last post-up move.
And how about the timely threes by Devin Harris to kind of squash that momentum of the Spurs and keep the Mavs right in the game.
17 points for Harris. He's hit 6 of 11 from the field. Shot clock rolling down. Good job defensively here by Dallas. Chandler thought he was fouled. The ball's knocked out of his hands by Duncan.
Tim faces up, and good defense by Tyson Chandler, but Tim Duncan shoots the fadeaway jump shot, which we've all seen a number of times throughout his career. You don't get that opportunity, Duncan, as much now on these new-look Spurs, but he still has a little left in the tank, and certainly showed it on that play.
And you see Greg Popovich now going back to a group that's a little bit better defensively with Ginobili and Green to offset that small ball of the Mavs.
Shot clock at 5. Parsons has been very quiet. He's rejected by Duncan. Parsons just 1 of 8 from the field.
And Greg, you talked about this lineup for San Antonio. You saw this lineup a lot last year during the postseason run with Boris Diaw at the 4 and bringing Ginobili off the bench. And obviously Popovich trusts this particular lineup when he needs him in crunch time.
Off-balance shot attempted by Nelson with the clock running down. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the 4th. Nowitzki getting set to return. They isolate Diaw and Parsons. Chandler over on a switch. Last touched by Duncan.
Yeah, and that pass actually was meant for Duncan. But as you had that curl coming around by Parker, inadvertently tips as you see him talking to Duncan there. And again, that's a big possession. 4-point game here. This has really turned out to be, we talked about the energy, but then just the passion from both teams. And you can see, we know how good the Spurs are. You can see that this Mavs team is going to be a force in that Western Conference.
Here's Harris, catch and shoot for 3. Rebounded by Ginobili. Ginobili changed his mind. Looked like he'd go all the way. Instead, knocks down a 3.
Didn't touch a basketball all summer, resting that injury over the offseason.
Meanwhile, San Antonio's hit 9 of 10 from the field the last 8.5 minutes. Nice setup as Ellis got it to Chandler, and the Spurs have done it with the 3-point shot. 4 for 5 this 4th quarter from downtown. Overall, 13 for 26 from 3-point range.
What they've done all season, but it just seems like the Spurs are in complete control, yet it's only a 5-point game here. Now that turnover allowing the Mavs to get even closer.
Well, turnovers have really hurt the Spurs here in the 4th quarter. That's their 7th turnover. Parsons for 3. Yes! It had been a very quiet night for the former Rocket. Chandler Parsons, only a 2nd field goal. 2 of 9 overall, just 5 points. Ginobili, it counts, the foul!
The count late, and Ginobili makes him pay.
Manu not able to complete the 3-point play, but he now has 20 points. He and Parker, the high-point men for San Antonio. Nowitzki looking for the angle.
Oh, goodness.
Nowitzki.
Well, you talked about Tyson Chandler being the back tapper. Dirk's the step backer. Yes, he is.
16 for Nowitzki, coming up on 2 minutes remaining. Diaw for 3, hit 1 earlier.
You know, it's unfair, Greg, with Dirk. He's already 7 feet tall with a high release point on his shot. And then he also happens to step back on you.
Diaw on the foul, but here are the Mavericks right back in it as Monte Ellis with an opportunity to tie the game with the 2nd free throw. Coverage for Premier Week presented by Autotrader.com. Continuing on Thursday, don't forget to tune in 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It's the Knicks going up against LeBron and the Cavaliers, and the Thunder and the Clippers only on TNT. So what once was a 10-point San Antonio lead, the game now tied with 1:40 remaining in the fourth. Duncan did not take advantage. Chandler thought he was fouled. He thought he was pushed.
And Duncan didn't recognize that Chandler actually wasn't guarding him on that possession.
Here's Nowitzki, yes! And Dallas has taken the lead. The turnovers have killed the Spurs here in the fourth quarter, despite the outstanding shooting for most of the quarter. It's a mismatch. They try to take advantage as Diaw pops it back out. Parker for three. Tony Parker from downtown. San Antonio by one.
And Tony Parker had been pretty quiet in this second half, but that switch created the mismatch. And Boris Diaw with the great read and find in rhythm for Parker.
Parker's hit 4 for 4 from beyond the three-point line. Final minute, fourth quarter. Harris with the pass. Could not be handled, knocked out of bounds, but last touched by the Spurs. The fourth, San Antonio up by one. Dallas has one full timeout. They have a foul to give. San Antonio has a full in 2:20s. They are over the limit. Ginobili played by Chandler on a switch. Ginobili on the pull-up. The tip is missed. Duncan couldn't keep it alive. It's knocked away by Parker and retrieved. About a second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Parsons played by Ginobili. They'll work it down. 5-minute shot clock. There's Parsons for the long three. Rebounded by Duncan, and that will do it. The defense